So this message is particularly for men. There is something we do at times. We don't look at the bigger picture. We don't look further ahead. Even women, they do make this mistake. Currently, a lot of us living outside of our own state of origin. This includes those living within Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and all of them African countries, and those of us living in diaspora. We work so hard, we start building mansions in our local communities, our villages. You know, we make a beautiful design of this mansion, and then we decide to build the master's bedroom upstairs, maybe the just at the penthouse. I don't tire house, beautify it very, very well because we are much stronger now. Each time we go home, the owner of the house, the landlady, the landlord, the parents, they usually climb up, up, up to relax. It is really sad how we don't even consider old age. We don't look at the bigger picture tomorrow that we're going to grow old when we start, giving the ideas of what we would like our structure to look like. When we are talking to the architect, make the master's bedroom upstairs perfect, big size, that blah, blah, blah. A time would come in life when you have grown so old, you wouldn't be able to climb that upstairs. And guess what? A lot of us will build these houses without putting what is called lifts in the Western countries. And the downstairs, we reserve this downstairs for our domestic staffs, the cleaners, the security men, and all of that. But guess what? When old age comes, you wouldn't even want to climb that upstairs. You wouldn't want to go through the staircase. You would want to go and be sleeping in that house you built for your domestic staff, then this small sized room downstairs. So now that you are making plans for your structure, if you haven't built yet, make sure that one of the rooms or the apartments in the down floor is spacious. Build it to your taste. Include everything en suite for yourself. In case old age comes, anybody staying downstairs, you might ask the person to please give me space. I want to use that for myself because I can no longer climb upstairs. Now, this is a message from a nurse who has been working in the male medical unit for many years. She decided to pen down this message for men. If you are a woman, you might also benefit from this, but this message is particularly for men. She wrote, "Dear men, after years of working as a nurse in a male medical ward, I can tell you two things I have observed. As a married man, the only person who is going to be by your side, especially by your bedside, when you are sick, is your wife. I repeat, your wife. On rare occasion, your kids will be there for a while. Only your wife can leave whatever she's doing to be with you." In our African society, when a man is truly down, it is the wife that changes him. If it happens that a man is bedridden, it's the woman that changes the diaper, cleans this man up, and all of that. You don't want your children to see all what you have seen, unless the wife is no more. Let's go on. Your siblings may come and go. Your friends may visit, but your wife is the only one who will wholeheartedly stay with you throughout your ordeal in the hospital, because marriage is for what? For better, for worse, in sickness and in health, in poverty and in wealth. This is usually the vow all of us professed during our marital exchange. She goes on. The way you treated your wife when you were healthy always shows in the way she will treat you when you are sick. I have seen the pattern play out daily. You see those wives who are being treated well, doing everything they can to make their husbands get well. They disturb the healthcare practitioners. They cry. They rack, they pray, they go above and beyond to make their husbands get better. This is for the men who treated their wives so good when they were still strong or stronger. Well, the reverse is the case with the abused wife. Her anger, reflects in her attitude. You will sleep and wake up in your pool. She will just be staying there, staring at you for staying sick. Some will leave you in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days before returning from wherever they went to unwind. You will report to your people. They will yell on the phone and still nothing will happen because your people were not there when you were maltreating your wife. Marriage is all about you and your wife. Sometimes outsiders don't even know what is going on. Even when the odds are playing out in marriage, sometimes a lot of people complain to their husbands, relatives, family members, or sibs. They don't give a damn. Some would cover up for the man and said he's a man. After all, what do you expect him to be doing? He's a man. A man would always have his ways. But when a man is done, when a man is in the sick bed, those of your brothers, your parents and your relatives that said a man would always have his words, is a man, you can never see them there in that hospital. It is you and that woman you called your wife that you've been maltreating or treating so badly that would still come. When you have treated somebody badly, if the person comes around and sees an opportunity of hiring you, the person might. Sorry to say this, let me go on to this letter. On one occasion, one told her in-laws to come and cut her hands and place it on her husband's buttock to clean his poo. Hey, baby, that one, the husband must have dealt with the wife for her to have said something like that to her in-laws. Okay, and she went on to say, you will do nothing, your family will do nothing, you will be helpless. That was a woman speaking to the husband, the sick husband, who was probably helpless at that point. Totally helpless, not probably helpless. And this nurse goes on to write, I know you must be thinking that you can take revenge if she's the one in that sick bed. But no, you can't. Why? Because you won't be the one taking care of her during her time in the hospital. You can't even bring yourself to sleep in the hospital. Can you, men? This one is a big question. You will employ the services of other people to do the job for you. Her people will be there for her. Your children will be hovering around her. But this is just true. This is not about this write-up, to be honest. This sounds really true because when a woman is truly, truly down at the hospital, the husband comes around. Unfortunately, the husband cannot play a similar role a woman would play for him. Instead, people will be there to help. Yes, I'm not talking about in the Western country because here you have all them healthcare assistants. A husband is not even, a wife or a husband is not even expected to sleep there. But in African setting, whereby if your person is sick, somebody is following the person to go to the hospital to cook, clean, go buy this and buy that. Nothing comes out of that hospital. You must be spending money from your pockets to get all of that. So a husband in African society generally not expected to come a husband do. But people would constantly look out for the wife of a man who is in a sick bed in Africa, Nigeria precisely. Would your wife be able to come do all that for you when the chips are done? This is the question here. I have not finished this letter to men. So your children will be hovering around her, which is very much common. You think I'm lying? Try walking into any hospital and compare the male wards and the female wards. You will have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. Whenever I hear men brag about cheating and supremacy, I laugh. Do not dare your woman, for you will pay through your nose when the time comes. Hell does not hurt as much as a woman that is scorned. Hey, treat your woman better. Men, I decided to read this letter I think I'm also bringing women to this. If you have not been treating anybody who is special in your life, who is supposed to be special in your life, special, please start today. Think about tomorrow. Think about tomorrow. We are not always strong. We are not always young. Sickness would come. Picture your old parents, if you have ever had, or if your parents are aged, picture them, especially when they are helpless, when they need the services of house help, to help them get around the house, to help them clean up, to help them make their food and all of that. A time will come. A man is not always strong. I've worked in the hospital in the past as a healthcare assistant, Manchester Hospital, Burnley Hospital, Bolton Hospital, and a whole lot of them. In some of the wards, you would see professors, doctors, retired doctors. They are just at the mercy of carers. I've seen a man in a care home. He said he has been there for over 10 years. No relative of his has ever come. Nobody visits him there. He was really sad. So he was at the mercy of carers there. Every celebration, Christmas, birthdays, they celebrate him right there at the care home. No relatives, no friends, no enemies, no witches and wizards come to visit him. So at the hospitals I worked, I've spoken to professors. When you see them, they are retired, very old, 90s. They can't do nothing again. Their wife would come around. Carers are also there, especially in this part of the world. They talk to you with a lot of wisdom. So we learn from these people. And when you look at them, you'll be like, someday you're going to be like this. You're going to age like this. So this is why you should start treating anybody in your life special. Your children, your wife, treat them with respect. Show them empathy, show them emotions, show them love. Every human being desires this. And one good turn, they say, deserves another. Because if you don't do all of this, you are not close to your children. You don't show this love and the emotions to your children or to your wife. There will be a time in your life you would need them to show you love, care, be there for you. Everybody will be running away from you. You will be left alone. Do not realize this when it is late for you to turn the hands of clock. It tickles. And any time or any minute that passes, it doesn't come back. Any day that goes by will never come back. We keep on having tomorrow and yesterday, So do it while the sun shines. Start taking responsibilities. Show love if you would like to be shown love when you are old. If you would like to be cared for when you are. Do you know the story of Ifunanya that flew all the way from United States to rescue his dad? If the dad didn't have a good relationship with Ifunanya when she was growing up, Ifunanya wouldn't go for his dad. No way. Ifunanya would not waste her time going to Nigeria to risk her life for that man. But Ifunanya rescued her dad. After all, he went through in the hands of his own blood brother and sister. Can you imagine that? So these people in your life, your wife, your children, and I do not say hate your siblings, your brothers and sisters. Far from it. I have the best brothers and sisters in the whole wide world. In my next world, I would still like to be born into the family of Christopher and Virginia Ojike and have the same siblings. They are amazing. So do not hate your siblings, but your immediate family. Treat them with love so that you get that in return. Some people don't think about tomorrow. They don't consider old age. Guys, this is it for this content. Thank you for your time. Like my video, subscribe to my channel. Keep coming back for more. Bye for now.